Hey guys, so as promised, I'm going to show you a video here. We're having some fun with some Play-Doh today, looking at cross sections of 3D objects. So we're going to go over 4 shapes today. The first one is a rectangular prism. Okay. The second one we're going to talk about is a triangular prism. Right? It's got the triangle on the base face, which is why it's called a triangular prism. Then we're going to talk about a trapezoidal prism. I did the best I could with Play-Doh. It's a little bit difficult. And then we're going to talk about a square pyramid. Okay? So we've got a couple different ways that we can cut shapes. One of the ways is going to be parallel to the base. Remember, parallel is like railroad tracks where they never kind of intersect, because otherwise that would be a bad thing. The train would get derailed. The other way is perpendicular, and this has been a vocab word all geometry long, where we're going 90-degree angles. Okay? So we're going to start with our rectangular prism. I've got some helpers here. I've got my my 7th grader Brooke, you might know her, and then I've got my 4th grader Logan. All right, so Brooke's going to help us out. We're first going to cut our rectangular prism, and again, because it's a rectangular prism, all the base faces, or all of the faces, are rectangles, so it really doesn't matter how we slice it. So Brooke, if you could just like karate chop it this way, that'd be awesome.
With a knife?
Yes, please, with a knife. Okay, so we're just using a plastic knife. You'll notice that when we cut it, we get this same shape, right? So it was kind of a square on that one side. We cut it and we still get the square, right? Now, if I smoosh it back together, smooshed, and then Brooke, if you could cut it the other way. Thank you.
I think it is.
We again get that rectangular face again. Okay? So that's what happens with our rectangular prism. And then Logan's going to help us out here with the triangular prism. So again, with the triangular prism, the base face is that triangle, right? Because that's what gives it its name. So Logan, the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is cut it parallel to the triangle, which means we're not going to cut the triangle.
So, right.
Awesome. Okay. And when we cut it parallel, notice we still get that same shape again, right? So when you cut something parallel to the base face, you get that same base face shape again. So now I have 2 triangular prisms, so I'm only going to take one of these halves here. Logan, this time I want you to cut through the triangle. That's all I can ask for. Right, and then you'll notice that we get a rectangle. Right, so when we cut it parallel to the triangle, we got another triangle. When we cut perpendicular to the triangle, we got a rectangle. Interesting. We are going to now talk about the trapezoidal prism, and again, we're going to first cut parallel to the trapezoid. So I want you to make a prediction. What shape are we going to get? Go for it, Logan. What do you think is going to happen?
I think, actually, we will still get the trapezoid.
Try it. Again, parallel to the trapezoid face, which means we're not cutting through the trapezoid. And we get what looks like a bell curve, because my trapezoid isn't that great. But we do get that trapezoid back again, right? So then, Bud, what do you think is going to happen when we go through the trapezoid, cutting perpendicular to it?
Well, I think we will get a rectangle.
Go for it.
Or a square.
A square is a rectangle.
And sure enough, we do. We get a rectangle, right? Pretty cool, huh? And then Brooke is going to come back in again, and we're going to then talk about the pyramid, okay? Now the pyramid, because it's a square pyramid, this time it's sitting on its base face, right? So cutting it parallel to the base face is going to be a little bit tricky, but Brooke is going to do her best to cut it across, like through the pyramid, to shorten the pyramid up a little bit.
I'm just putting my hand so it doesn't like
Mm-hmm.
fall off.
Yep. And then because we cut it parallel to the base face, we got that base face again, right? I don't know if you can see it easily or not, but we get a square again. Okay, and it's Play-Doh, so it molds a little bit, right? Yeah, so we got the square again. Now,
Yeah, smoosh it back.
if I got it, yep, I have to smoosh it back together. If we cut it this time perpendicular, meaning that we're gonna come from the top and cut it down, not through the apex. Okay, so the apex is at very tip top. So Brooke, I don't want you to cut it through the tip top, but maybe like somewhere along the side. We're gonna cut it perpendicular, not through the tip top. And this one's gonna be a little bit harder to see, but
Triangle.
nope, not a triangle.
No, it's not.
We get a trapezoid. Okay, we get a trapezoid. Isn't that cool? Now this time, she's going to do her best to cut it through the apex.
Looks like a triangle on that side.
It does, but this is where your cut was right there. Okay, this time you're going to try your best to cut it right through the apex, and we're going to see what we get.
I think I got it.
Yep.
Just smooshing the Play-Doh.
I know. So we're smooshing it. Let's reform it a little bit, just in case it wasn't clear. And this time we get a triangle, which should make sense because a pyramid looks just like a giant 3D triangle sitting on a flat side, right? So that's what happens. If you got some Play-Doh at home or kinetic sand, go ahead and have some fun with it. Again, I'm attaching that sheet to guide your fun. If you don't have Play-Doh or kinetic sand, or this is just too much of a pain, that website link is there, and you can have some fun with that. And I've got a video tutorialing, that's a word now, that website. All right. Have a great day. Happy Wednesday. I'm going to be live at noon. Come on for some sneak peeks of the quiz for tomorrow if you want. Thanks for playing with us today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.